Ay, ay, ay. All right. Let me post this link. All right. Should be good. Start some. There we go. There we go. All right, we're good. We're live. We're good. I don't think anyone's in here yet, though. Don't think anyone is in here. Let's see. 1 minute default settings overnight. Looks like we had my default settings, I should say. 1 loss, 2 loss, a full win, a loss. So not great overnight. Not great. Down probably 1 R overnight. 20 range had full win, break even. Then a loss and a break even. So you're still up about 1 R or so. Then a full win again. So not too bad with 20 range overnight. Not too bad at all. 20 range did get burnt yesterday. There was so many trades yesterday. Just so many. So we had this yesterday? Yeah, the 9th. Had a loss to start the day, then 2 full wins. That would have been the best spot to shut it off right there before 10 a.m. Then a loss and a loss, then a loss and a loss, then a win, then another full win, then a loss and a break even, loss, full win, loss, loss, loss. Yeah, so lots of losses yesterday with these 20 range scalp settings. I've been messing around, guys, with some secret stuff. It's not secret by any means. I basically shared without telling on the video yesterday I posted. But I just posted again this morning. Since September 15th to current, 16,000 of profit. That doesn't include the commissions. So, but obviously this is not like a hyper scalp strategy, so the commissions aren't going to be out of this world, right? Like it's not going to go from 16,000 profit to 0, right? It might go from 16 to 15, but yeah, 16k profit, 3k max drawdown. So obviously that's on 500 risk per trade. You could definitely tune that back a bit to 200 risk per trade, something like that, more suited for a 50k account. Profitability times, honestly, pretty evenly distributed from like 4 a.m. to 2 p.m. So that's pretty good. Equity curve looks strong for the last, again, month pretty much. So it's exciting. Once more people get in here, maybe I'll show some of that. They're not official settings by any means, but yeah. Hope everyone's doing well in here. We only got a few people in here. Everyone seems a little sleepy when you don't talk to me, but that's okay. It's Friday. And we do have U of M consumer sentiment. I don't know if that actually will come out, but it does say 10 a.m. That will come out today. Besides that, guys, Friday, take a nice base hit today. Market hasn't been great this week, I think, all around, depending on obviously which strategy you use, but I think majority of people probably have been struggling this week. And I would like to not have a red day today. I'll say that. I would like to not have a red day. No one wants a red day, so play smart, play defensive. If you see a really good setup, take it. Don't force anything though. Do not force anything. Yeah, I'll wait for a few more people to join, but I'll show you here though. I'll switch to my test settings here. This is the test chart I had loaded up. Again, I have 25 days, so all the trades are loaded on the chart. Right. All the trades loaded on the chart. You can see one of these days had a ton of wins. This day here, October 3rd. So this is last week. Couple full wins, full win, break even. Obviously some days there's losses, like this day here, 3 losses, 2 losses, 1 break even there. Some full wins, some it doesn't win every day, right? You gotta always understand that. Does not win every day. But if we pull up if we right click on the chart here, strategy performance, historical, 16K profit here. Okay. 47% win rate. So again, it does not win every trade. It didn't actually take 300 trades. So it's counting, you know, the scale outs. Sometimes it's counting, you know, if you take 40 contracts on a trade, right? So not entirely accurate there. Okay. Not entirely accurate. Max consecutive winners, 14. Max consecutive losers, 12. Again, I don't know how accurate that is because of the scale outs and such. Main thing is 16K profit, 3K drawdown. Equity curve looks really, really strong, right? And if we move this to half hour of day, I mean, we can see majority of the time, you know, it's pretty solid, right? Pretty solid. Again, I was just playing around with stuff. That's how you know, become, or find cool things, I should say. Mike Ward, good morning. U of M could move things more than normal since we haven't had any. I agree completely. Yeah, we haven't really had any red folder news, right? So that definitely could spark something because it's the only news we've gotten. That's 100% right. But yeah, these settings just been playing around with. It's basically a EMA, 200 EMA filter. And then I have, again, EMA's longs on when it's above, shorts off when it's above, and then shorts on when it's below. Okay. Break even stop at 1-to-1. Everything default there. Swing strength I set to 10. Swing high, low, minimum ticks 50. Those are random numbers. I basically set it, you know, the default I use is 20 and 100. I said, let me try just dividing it in half. And I checked the chart. It seemed to work pretty good. That's as much thought that went into that. So again, feel free to mess with these kind of things right there. Okay. On sim, full auto mode, minimum fair value gap size set to 2. Okay. That's it. That's it. It's nothing's crazy. Those aren't official settings by any means. I'm not saying go out there, throw your funded accounts on them right now and use them, right? I want to do more testing with them too, but for transparency, I'll share. Got a 1 minute long right at 9:30. Obviously, we don't want to be trading right at 9:30. I think our Ninja Trader is super delayed right now. It's super laggy and delayed. Because it already hit down and lost this trade. Yeah, price is so... I don't know what is going on here. It says we're connected. Super, super laggy and behind, so I guess I'll just leave it. Just leave it for now. Trades should still be accurate, but price is already back up at 315 and it's at 297. So seems to be like my Ninja Trader or data feed super behind right now. Yeah, that's probably what it is. I do have, well, no, on these, I only have 5 days. These I only have 5 days loaded and 3 days on here. The other chart I have up, that could be playing an impact though. I have like 25 days on that. So maybe let me just save this workspace and I'll close it down. Let me close that down. There we go. Yeah, okay. And now we're accurate. Thanks, AP. Do I recommend running 24 hours? That's up for you to decide, man. I think overnight session's been pretty good from the tests, but again, it's up to you. Generally, I mainly do New York session, but overnight settings or overnight trading has been working pretty well lately. So, all right, we just swept London high on ES. Just swept London high, so shorts are valid here. Shorts are valid. All right. Shorts are valid. Yeah, ES swept London and Asia high. NQ got really close. Didn't sweep it though. London high is 354, Asia high 355. So considering those are equal highs pretty much. Considering those are equal highs, I would think that we might want to push back up on NQ, right? Oh, why isn't that loading? Jeez. All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for joining and hanging out on this Friday morning. I think NQ just, if we hold this fair value gap on NQ, we are going to probably be pushing for the London Asia high, right? All right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think at this point it looks like NQ wants to push for the London Asia session high. ES already swept those. We do have triple equal high in ES. Okay. So we had that trade there, right? I mean, exactly on the opening candle. Obviously, we don't really want to be trading the opening candle, so you could always just disable it for the first couple minutes. But that's all we've had so far. We're only 6 minutes into the day. There it is. NQ respecting the fair value gap so far, pushing higher. Looks like we're going for Asia high. All right, NQ swept London session high. Wow, okay, NQ going for all these liquidity points here. Another hourly at 367, it just swept. And now we have the next area is 394. Okay, that was quite the pump there. It's too bad that we got wicked out on that long on the opening trade, but what size gap is that? 15? Okay. Okay. Do you have this 1 minute fair value gap here? Might be a valid short. I mean, it is a valid short. I don't know if the bot will take it, but the only thing is we're so close. Is that all-time highs at 394? Yeah. Yeah, so we're really close to all-time highs, and generally when we get this close to all-time highs, we do push up there. That's a short there. Gonna lose. Yeah, okay. Insta loss there, 20. Not a bad short, to be honest with you. Obviously 20 range is just so scalpy. It's gonna either instantly lose or it's gonna instantly win, pretty much. You have to, that's why I've just been testing it out. Don't know if I want to use those on funded accounts or not. Being patient today, guys. We're only 10 minutes in, and we do have news at 10, supposedly, so. Do have news at 10. Okay. Yeah, shorts are very, very valid. I just, again, I don't know if we're going to want to be pushing towards all-time highs or not, because, again, I would probably bet we would. Okay. Got a bearish order block on the 1 minute here. ES has a ton of bullish fair value gaps right below us. Are we at? All-time highs is at 68.12. Okay. Let me check NVIDIA. NVIDIA's dropping. Apple pumping. Probably partly why NQ's pumping. Google also moving up. Amazon being Amazon. Okay. Still respecting that order block there. You're gonna hold, I'll go through news. I mean, I probably will just because I wouldn't on funded accounts, but on these live stream accounts, yeah. But on funded accounts or evals that you're trying to pass, I would definitely probably turn it off for a couple minutes. Just think, like, you don't want to be in if it does have a spike candle. You don't want to be entered on a spike candle, right? All right, we have an SMT here as well. NQ and ES SMT. SMT. Bearish SMT. We're just holding this 1 minute gap right now still. So. It'd be nice if we could hold that SMT and see if we can move down from here, but we're getting a lot of buy wicks right now. A lot of bullish wicks. Hope everyone's having a good morning. 16 of you in here. Thanks for joining. We're hanging out and hopefully having some winning trades. SMT is still holding here for now. Yeah, I would like, I do want to see us move down from here. I want to see us watch for shorts. So, and if we could, then I would probably just be looking for some sort of base hit targeting that 935 low or something like that. All right, SMT's broken. Oi, oi, oi. Okay. Order block, SMT all broken. We're going for the all-time high at this point, so. all-time high is 394. And ES is 6812.25. Definitely 100% pushing towards that. Wow, we've been just rocketing up lately, like such a bull market. Crazy. AMD down to 228 this morning from 234. Already down a couple percent. Down a total of 6% from the high from the other day. You guys taking any trades? Taking any trades yet today? All right, we got 13 minutes now until high impact news. Gotta be defensive today. Okay, looking like we're creating a 1 minute bullish order block here on ES and NQ. Probably gonna push us right towards all-time highs right now in the next minute if this can close. Financial juice. That news at 9:39. That pump candle. And 9:42. Yeah. A group of banks looking to explore a stablecoin, create some sort of stablecoin. All right, now we're just chopping. It's barcoding for the last 4 minutes. Once we get to like 10:55 or so, I mean 9:55, I definitely will not be taking anything until after that 10 a.m. news. If we can find something basically in the next 5 minutes, I would entertain it, but no more SMT. No more SMT. Honestly, if we sweep, oh my gosh. What was that spike down, dude? What was that spike? If we could get a long from here to all-time highs, I would entertain that as well. We're gonna keep pushing lower, or okay. I tried a short. I didn't. I got such a terrible fill. I only went in with half size, and I went break even. I didn't like it, so I got such a terrible fill. We're getting closer to news here. I don't know. Didn't love it, and I want to play defensive, so want to play defensive today. I just don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to risk a loss there, especially with news here in a few minutes. So at this point, I'm going to wait for news. Have to play defensive. I got 10 points in profit on that. I was only in with a couple micros. But we weren't having much follow through. I just didn't want to risk taking a loss there. That news leaked? I don't know. I would have probably held realistically till that 930 low. So, you know, I wouldn't break even a bit early. So I'll see, you know, if I wouldn't break even, probably more where I usually would be the 50% level, which we didn't quite hit yet. That's at 320. We hit 325, 326. So we'll see if that, you know, if it's good that I wouldn't break even or if it's going to hurt me a bit. But yeah, realistically, probably would have held to about 294. So if it doesn't get down there, would have been, you know, break even or loss anyway. So just random spikes and volume. We did just have another loss there. See, this is when we're getting too close to news here. I always say, you know, 5, sometimes 10 minutes before high impact news, turn it off. And then 5-10 minutes after news, turn it back on. This is right about 5 minutes before. So yeah, like I wanted basically, I wanted this short off of this fair value gap here. I wanted to get an entry here. So if I could, I would have wanted to get in pretty much right here. My stop loss would have been here. And I would have shot for pretty much a 1-to-1. Okay, so it would have been like this. Okay. Which it didn't hit, obviously, anyway. But because I got such a terrible fill, I got filled right here because of the spike. So I would have needed it all the way down here, but I was only in half size. So to get my regular win on half size, it would have been all the way down there, 280. So yeah, it's just got to be defensive with news coming. I do kind of like this though, this fair value gap here, red one. If you could find a decent entry here and target there, because this, you know, that's all-time highs. You can put your stop there. You know, that'd be about a 1-to-1, right? Something like that. I don't mind that, because if we break above that, I think all-time highs is quite likely. Be about a 20-point stop. So that's something I'd be watching, guys. Does not look bad. Algo runs on the 1-minute chart? Yes, it does. Runs on quite a few charts, but obviously the default is a 1 minute here on the left. I've been testing the 20 range. I'm not sure what I think about it on the right. But yeah, most people, I just recommend go with the 1 minute. Yeah. Have a bullish SMT at the lows as well. So you'd have not a major liquidity sweep. Maybe have good reactions. You're inside the kill zone, obviously. Hopefully some good momentum. You have a very clear draw on liquidity, and you have an SMT as well. So I mean, it has quite a few things going for it potentially. Clear, super clear draw on liquidity though at the all-time highs. So we'll see if this news does anything. We'll see if this news does anything. All right. Remember what I said. I do like this long. It's just we have news in 1 minute now. So I mean, it'd be obviously a little frustrating if it just spiked up. We would pretty much need the news to not do anything for the trade to still be valid, essentially, but yeah, so I'm glad I went break even on that trade, on that short attempt. What is the range time frame? It's 20 range. That's what it is. There's no time frame. That is the time frame. Range chart set to 20. Looks like we're gonna get this long setup right with news. Which sucks because I wouldn't take it, obviously. We'll see what news does though. Here we go. Nothing. Nothing yet. I like this trade so much. Such a clear draw on liquidity. Definitely saw some volume come in there. Didn't really look like a news candle, but I definitely see that volume. What does the range mean? It's basically, if I have it set to 20, each bar is 20 ticks. So if we measure this, 5 points, it's 20 ticks. Each single bar you're seeing is based on 20 ticks. So it's moving off of price and not time, pretty much. Big sell off there. Looks like my short my short from earlier would have just done pretty well. But I would have been almost stopped out on that news candle anyway. Actually, no, I would have stopped out. Yeah, I would have stopped out, sorry. So it doesn't matter. Interesting? Yes, it is pretty interesting. This is bouncing right off the 50%, so although it's a news trade right now, it's a good attempt. It doesn't look like it's going to win, obviously, but the 50% level is at 320, 320. So right at the start of the screen for Valley Gap, it's the 50%. So kind of came down, bounced off of it. Stop is right below it. It's a good little protection. It's a good trade. It's a good trade. All right, we just got one tick away. One tick. There we go. First TP hit. Push for that second TP. See, that's a 50% tap there. That's a 50% tap right there. Come on. You got so close. Don't pull back on us now, man. You got 2 points away. 2 points away. We did form a 1 minute bearish gap here. You can see it on the left. We just kind of tapped it and now we're dropping again. So that would be quite a shame if we didn't hit the full TB there. Quite a shame. Come on, man. Push back up. Push back up. Okay, come on. That was a good trade. Well, no. Never mind. Not really, but... Alright, this trade's not looking too hot anymore, guys. This trade's not looking too hot. 10:05. Not too much action so far. Not too much action. Oh, market, you're just so boring this week. All right, since the open, we moved up 70 points, 75 points, and now we're back down 75 points. Literally at the opening price right now. Okay, come on. You're right there. Give it a little push. Give it a push, man. No. 2 points again? Come on. There you go. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. Full TP. That's nice. Nice win there. Again, the 50% level was right here. This blue line, that's the 50%. So we came down, tapped pretty much off the 50% level, and bounced. That was nice. That was nice. That was nice. Ay, ay, ay. All right, so no SMTs here. Again, we have all-time highs at 394. All-time highs at 394. All right, we'll see what happens. Probably will stay on the live for another 10, maybe 15 minutes or so. See if we get anything else. You guys trading today? You guys green on the day? You guys red on the day? What's the deal? Staying away from trading mostly today. Never do well on Fridays. Just running the iFVG today. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, Fridays are always tricky, right? End of the week. You don't want to end the week super red go into the weekend, right? So definitely just be defensive, right? I do like this 1 minute. I think I would probably take this on my funded accounts manually if we could get this. Is it a perfect setup? No, but I would probably do something like this, a little bit of a bigger stop, and I would just shoot for pretty much a 1-to-1, which is at 97. Okay, I'll probably just sell everything at like a 0.8 R, which is at 94, which is the all-time high. So that'd be kind of my goal there. It's not the best. It's not the best trade, but considering all-time highs right there, I just think it's such a high likelihood of a draw on liquidity. Nvidia is also rocketing. We're at 195 right now. 195. Apple moving up 256. AMD not doing much. Meta kind of sideways. Google moving down. Oracle moving up pretty good. What else is there that's big? Tesla sideways. Okay, so mainly Nvidia rocketing right now, which is probably, you know, obviously helping NASDAQ, but we need some of those other names to start moving up as well. Looks like we're just kind of ranging now. So we'll see if we get that, but likely, you know, at this point, there's nothing, at least for the next few minutes, most likely. Yeah. For the last 25 minutes, we've been in a 35-point range. That's bad, guys. That's bad. We don't want to see that, especially in the morning sessions. We obviously pumped pretty good on the open, but yeah, literally the last 25 minutes just been sideways. So I think we're gonna call it here, guys. I think we're gonna call it here. It's 10:15. We're starting to chop, and yesterday when I ended the live stream, we started to get some movement. So I'm hoping when we do that today, we'll start to get some movement as well. So we'll call it here. Thanks for joining and hanging out. Be safe. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see everyone on Monday. Thanks for joining, guys.